Welcome everyone to a fun and amazingly positive turn here. Turns out our increasingly successful open source Linux distribution T2 just freaking raw and working TM Linux is actually 3.9. Basically, we can round this up, right? 4 billion per quarter, more profitable than Zuckerberg's, Meta's, Reality Labs. Is that not an achievement? If that is not an achievement for a tiny little hobby project that we do here live on YouTube for 25 years, supporting everything from x86 to RISC-V, I'm thrilled. Welcome everyone to an amazing live stream. Actually, we don't have that much to do except because we are 6 months late with our amazing release that we wanted to release at the last days of October. November, December, January, February, March. Yeah. Anyway, we worked non-stop. We did amazing stuff. Rust, Firefox, cross-compilation, Linux kernel enablement, ARM, RISC-V, and Intel DJ1 ARC on not x86 platforms. Initial enablement. It's just amazing. So except test building, because GCC 13.1 is relatively new, we need to test and more test because what's not tested is broken. And the only constant is change and regressions, and obviously profits. At least it does not at Meta's Reality Labs, but at least profit and win-win for patching stuff and fixing stuff. And also for those who are new, live streaming from a Steam Deck, I also spent hours, literally, probably, no kidding, yesterday's live stream. I would hold the Steam Deck into the camera if it wouldn't be connected to the deck and a dock, and I wouldn't stream of it. Finally, I got freaking audio working. It only probably cost me like 3 hours. 2023, a veteran Linux developer, in computer scientist and stuff, 25 years experience, 25 plus years experience, only needs 3 freaking hours to test, configure, read the freaking manual and get freaking audio out of AMD's Van Gogh platform. It is amazing. Yeah, but now audio is working, so probably T2 is also the first Linux distribution to ship with working audio on the Steam Deck. And cache enabled case 6 2+, right? Share, like, subscribe, video upcoming. So what we have to do is go testing, right? Let's test the craziest architectures, DEC Alpha and Intel Itanium. Previous video, IA AMD 64, more main channel for actually, what was it, 20 years since AMD released 64-bit x86. But today, those other amazing 64-bit platform testing and taking a quick look, basically, so here, nothing like Steam Deck here, 17950X there. So let's do some to-do sorting, nothing like too many systems to do is here. And so we have, of course, as always, so much to do after everything we've done. We still have, what was it? Actually, I did this. All right, bloody, I really need to fix that before release, obviously. Yes, this LVM Gold plugin, maybe I actually need to check if that is still a thing, but we also need to improve our Clang and Clang++ this GC wrapper another day, and do some more symlinks for proper compiler wrapper, cross-compilation bootstrapping stuff. But we really have to do that. So that is, this is just some major fun project. So I really need to look into some monospace font hiccup. I definitely need to test real PowerPC hardware before release. Spark installation. Yeah, this would be. Oh wait, I also somehow. Oh darn, nothing like actually operated VI wrong live on this channel. That was, or did I just, maybe I just pasted this wrong. Let's save it already. So yeah, that would be nice to have. Maybe probably just Emacs user trying to use VI Live for the YouTube views, obviously. So yeah, this as usual, there are as usual some nice things to have, like DEC Alpha stuff, right? If you're wondering. So yeah, basically all of this stuff would be nice. So much to 6 months late. Everything is amazing, at least on the Steam Deck. And yeah. So A-Boot. The only thing is I still don't have a deck alpha. So if you want to support this channel not only on Patreon and GitHub sponsors and stuff, but also I still need a deck alpha, which are obviously more expensive than a freaking K6 2 Plus. And welcome everyone. So what do we do today? I also, yeah, I basically already spent 3 hours on the Steam Deck that were really boring hours that you would not want to watch for one kernel option. What do we have here, by the way? Alright, this was just some, this monospace. Actually, this would actually also be nice to have. We have this in another to-do. QEMU4, what was that even? QEMU4? Actually, this is a recurring theme. I had this, so this is also, I believe, not only ARM, so why? And that is the stuff, right? I could basically sit here all day long, 24/7, and my to-do is my to-do is not getting shorter. So yeah, because I cross-compiled Wine the other day, also I enabled, so this is basically also a vlog, right? Quick summary, all those things in between, because a T2 developer said, yeah, by the way, 32-bit stuff doesn't run in Wine. Turns out there is a new Wine multi-architecture option that is experimental. I enabled that. That may or may not be able to run some stuff. I tried this, so that is committed. This is just Wine configure with Arch. Which I can show you that if you want. You obviously want to see that, right? Not only boring verbal computer history summary, but here. So I'm now configuring this with Arch stuff here for supported platforms, compile tested on x86. However, I tried to test this today because I need to extract it a bloody gigabyte. Socket 7 BIOS update. Of course, distributed as executable, like BIOS vendors would have done decades ago. And obviously I'm not installing Windows, whatever. And I tried to run that on my system that didn't work. First it wanted to download Mono, and then this stupid self-extracting 7-zip BIOS stuff crashed with Stack Overflow, whatever. So it may or may not work with this extremely old self-extracting zip thing that didn't work. But yeah, otherwise it may work. What we may do eventually, so I believe this enable multi-architecture stuff with some, whatever technology they use, I believe, as far as I read, they use some internal trampoline system call multiplexing, whatever stuff, similar to Windows on Windows 64 or so. And that probably is the future, not to have all this multi-lib stuff of having libjpeg and libx11 and stuff, everything built also for 32-bit. We may do this, however, eventually anyway, but that is there now. So it may or may not enable some stuff. Like basically, if you run 32-bit Windows stuff, leave me below. Also, yeah, I'm still testing system stability, right? I further overvolted my new memory. Review coming soon, maybe next week, of this non-power of 2 64-bit kit. Of course, it wasn't stable yet. I ran some random crashes, but yeah, so it probably needs more voltage. So much to system testing, system stability live here on this channel. So this is how it looks like. Can look general protection full. Yeah, this is yeah, this is some garbage address. So much to that. T2 remains an amazing system, like at least compiling T2, like also if you emerge stuff at home, by the way. Did this already? Okay, this killed then away. Yeah, probably needs a little bit more voltage. This is also, I obviously need to test what does IA64 still do. Oh, so we could actually, wait, was this ARM? No, what did we build? Or did both? Do we still have something running, or were both killed away? So there's something still running as well. Maybe that was that one. We wanted IA64 though, that I would be interested much this. The good thing is I could theoretically now live reboot because I'm live streaming. That's also why I changed the setup. The 17950X had these audio glitches which I found too low quality for my increasingly successful YouTube live stream, right? I don't want to have each and every live stream for 6 months with this every 10 seconds, some USB frame missing. Thank you very much, AMD and Gigabyte and whatnot for this amazing. I can live stream from everything, but from latest AM5, at least on my Gigabyte board, I have audio glitches. Amazing achievement. Yeah, not really sure if this makes sense to build it there. So basically, after work, sorting stuff, right, and testing stability, I probably should reboot before I go home. And so what else do we have in the to-do? So yeah, did this wine stuff. The same still fails for some reason. Basically, I probably should sort this more. Also, like basically, maybe I should copy this. I only have this in this to-do because I have here a handful of VMs and Portable Road Warrior, like my old one, my new ones, like obviously YouTube, random YouTuber, Linux open source guy, too busy, has too many systems. Has too many systems. I have on this channel. Has a couple of systems. I probably should also, I still need to ramp up. So this year, quality assurance improvements, like 3 years, updates, more updates. And this year, more quality. Yeah, also some white space cleanups. Boy, I have too much. So basically all of this would be nice stuff. Actually, the GDB shared files, hey, to do done. Why in 2023 this was some frame, whatever, lib frame or something. Why in 2023's latest GDB release again has new shared files with bin utils? Mind blown. I hacked this away. It's ridiculous. So basically, I mean, this is not release. I mean, unless we want to ship wine by default. I mean, I could. The problem is we're 6 months delayed. Everything is amazing, except some small glitches. Should we really still do it? Basically, all of this stuff is nice to have, right? I also wonder, in some combinations, cross-compiling Sway, like in this Portable Roadware installation from 7 years ago, Rolling Release 2, some of my Sway background picture, as you see, doesn't work. Like, doesn't matter, like who freaking needs a bloody desktop background. But then I noticed on a new installation it was working, and now I noticed it again doesn't work. It's what's up with this Sway background stuff. I have the suspicion maybe it is cross-compile related. Maybe cross-compile check doesn't find some libpng or whatever nonsense. But these are all the hundreds of details that keep my to-do growing. The crazy thing is, if I wanted, do I even have this wine thing also here? Wine fails, maybe ship wine by default, yeah, maybe, some wine. Basically this is, let's make this 2 different entries. Although Samba we recently learned, I make a live stream because I was so disappointed. A year ago I hacked Samba to cross-compile, and now they changed the build system and stuff that now cross-compiling. Like 2022, your Samba cross-compiled for embedded use, like ARM and MIPS and stuff, or RISC-V. 2023 or stuff, or last 6 months ago, they broke it again. It is so sad. So basically I copied that over there, except by the way, these are probably duplicates in this to do, right? So basically infrastructure, I need to have some better distributed storage stuff here, so I don't work with local John Carmack, like local to-do.plan files or so. Yeah, monospace, do I have this? I believe I had this XDG thing, yeah, post install update. Ah no, this is, do I not have that somewhere here? Long term, wait, is this also, I thought I had monospace test, didn't have this XDG somewhere, I thought I had this here somewhere, no. then it is at least good to have some reminder here. It's, yeah, whatever, but can never have too much to do. So basically we should also set this by default, which we currently not want to, some modern stuff once. Okay, so that builds. So this probably again, so yeah, need to reboot. Need to reboot there. Yeah, the question is how much, and that is the stuff, right? You want performance, performance, performance. On the other hand, you want also more memory. You can't have like more memory destroying your single-threaded performance. Yeah. So leave in the comments below what you think. It's basically a quick, or should we, as a problem. Also, I probably should go soon. As much fun as it is to make fun out of Mark Zuckerberg and other company projects less successful than our T2 Linux. NetBSD Toaster asks, so guess T2 would be rather good for gaming. I would hope so. I probably should game more. Ironically, I did game with Wine. I probably still really should redecorate here and put my Quake 3 Arena original first-hand metal box Linux edition somewhere in the background. Not only did I shortly play Quake 3 Arena original Linux port, but also Wine. I have the original copies there from back in the day, Formula 1 Grand Prix 3 or stuff, and at least that I played with Wine, that with some fiddling was working already 20 years ago, or even 23 years ago. So yeah, that was of course working. Nowadays I'm not gaming the most, but of course it would need some, I mean it should be quite optimized, and that is the quality stuff that will come this year. There might still be some, for very modern gaming stuff, might be still some stuff, details, Vulkan or whatnot, ray tracing, who knows what, DirectX, whatever on Vulkan or whatnot stuff. As usual, the devil is in the details. I actually recently purchased this Star Wars because I basically didn't game for 20 years because busy with company and maintaining Linux distribution. Not only did I recently license for probably $4 Doom and Doom 2, which 25 years ago I only played the pirated copies of. Livestream, right? I brought the proper license of Monkey Island's Return to Monkey Islands, which we quickly played for previous video. Probably I should try to run that. I believe they announced a Linux port. I probably should actually check if I can download the Linux port there and see how that goes. But anyway, test it in Wine. And I also brought actually a license to have, brought a license for Christmas, Star Wars Squadrons and stuff, probably 1 or 2 years old or so on. Doesn't run the most amazing on the Steam Deck, probably a little bit too AAA for, I mean it is playable. I would say probably the display is too small to see all the displays. As far as I remember, the thing is I brought it for Christmas and played it 5 times, and then I was too busy maintaining my Linux anymore, so much to gaming on T2 Linux, just like, that is probably also the stuff with other creators. Probably I should make a dedicated video. But one last note, you always think like those creators, they have so much fun. It's like, no, I work, I have my day job and then my YouTube add-on and Linux distribution hobby, and basically 0 time to play, right? You buy a game, play it 5 times, it didn't even make it through all the initial training missions or so. And that is zero. I would guess the Steve from Gamers Nexus, Der Bauer here, or Linus Sebastian there from Linus Tech Tips, I guess they probably game like nearly 0 in their free time. Probably the only time they probably game is for their 1-minute B-roll of testing some GPU, I guess. Roman, right? Roman, Der Bauer, Hartung. Anyway, that is this creator stuff, but yeah, testing, I need to reboot. I probably should do that now. We probably, you know what, I also changed the host name. So the host names, this was a T2 test install. These host names are confusing. When we reboot, this will come back as 1750. I just added that some hour ago. because like increasingly you have like 20 secure shells, and it's like you do the wrong thing on the wrong machine, right? So shutdown, reboot. I only need to like, I just don't have a video capture plugged in, so I can reboot. I only actually wait a second. I can use this keyboard. Oh, nothing like having too many keyboards here. Let's plug that out from my Precious Socket 7 system. So I mean, ironically, I have theoretically enough HDMI capture systems lying around like this, like a professional YouTuber, but the Steam Deck dock doesn't have a port free, and I didn't have that, so you don't see the memory reconfiguration, unfortunately. For that I would need, I mean, it's already a rat's nest of cable stuff here. For that I mean, it would make this YouTube show better, but oh, darn, it doesn't. 2023, you already reboot 2 times and still didn't press delete fast enough to get into the BIOS. That is, when you want a fast pause, right? So the nice thing of my otherwise used, people always ask which keyboard, otherwise still using my Sun Type 6 or so, which obviously is garbage, but the cool thing is it beeps. So, I mean, the cool thing is it beeps. At least you have a, I mean, obviously with the USB Sun serial adapter, previous video. So you have a audible beep confirmation. So I'm running DDR VDD 1.34. Where is plus now here? It's 135. Should we? How much more voltage should we give that? Should we further overvolt? I'm currently at, probably would want to see that. Where is my dynamic V-Core SOC? I have already plus 001. So much to AM5 self-destruction, right? Should we overvolt that to plus 0015? Everything 4. So I'm this massive kit currently 6,000 mega transfers, 36, 42, 42, 50. Maybe I change TRFC1. It is crazy high, 1090. I guess I change this to 1100, or at least 1096, and probably TRFC2 6. I mean, this stuff is crazy high, right? It is rated 5600. It's 400 mega transfer overclock. Maybe here 6. This, I mean, this all those subtimings. TRFC2 690 now. Maybe I give this also 2 timing ticks more. This TRFCSB. Maybe also TRTP 1 more to 22. Maybe even, I mean, I need stability, right? I can't, I mean, maybe also TW or TS from 8 to 9, rated 7. I mean, yes, all those timings are crazy high, but basically can make a documenting photo though. 2023 used to make photos. I made fun of this already in the previous video. Basically all I need is stability, right? So DDR VDD 1.35 now, 005 up. Yeah, let's see what happens. Oh wait, one keyboard. I do this now, obviously I want to go, and I do this now so that I hopefully can build overnight, because I obviously need to go. Yeah, I need to work on, probably I need to daisy chain more USB 3 hubs there, which I also have laying around. But this has a USB-C. Do I have a USB? The problem is I have too many of those dongle things with Ethernet. I probably should Maybe order that. That is a thing, right? You have already dongles and more USB-C, HDMI 2.1 or stuff dongles for all this modern stuff. Probably I should. And the problem is with this adapter, this is also super annoying, right? USB-C to old-fashioned USB-A, USB 3.1 Type A or so. Because the problem is, like, if this is, yes, there are physical adapters, but then I believe they only work like if you only plug in one orientation and stuff, and then you have to bloody Ethernet, then you have to Ethernet, and just to be able to plug in another HDMI capture for live streaming more. What is my? So this is, now it's posting right now. It's obviously DDR postcode 70. I think that's not ideal. Burning a why is this posting so strange? Does it not usually post to 15? Usually 15 is... What does it even freaking do? F3 shit. Overvolting Horizon AM5 live on this channel. Strange. Why does it post to B00 flickering F3 70? That is crazy shit going on. No, usually DDR5 training is postcode 15. You want to see this obviously live. Let's drink the last coffee. But it's always the thing, rushing this stuff live on YouTube. No, it's postcode 00. That's off to a good start. No, it's 70? 0? 70? Can't make this shit up. Nah, I want to go home and... Somehow it doesn't like something. That is not ideal. I thought I only... Nah. What a good feeling this voltage stuff goes. Anyway, that's probably it for this video. What else do we have to do here? So much to quickly reboot, and 70. That is strange. So usually recently this BIOS was actually quite good to recover from failed DDR5 training. Wow, usually rushing stuff live on YouTube and then shit happens. Actually, maybe I should mod this case. Actually, it's actually quite inconvenient if you have it standing on the floor, that the postcode there is in the case would actually be for for normal people like me. F3, that is not ideal. That rarely happened. That is also funny. I press... Why does the postcode change when I press the power button? That usually didn't happen before. Guess time for an environment reset. That is also not ideal. Shit, so shitty it rarely posted. Probably would have been good to have this on camera. Recently it was this board, Gigabyte Oros Masters X670E, was quite good recovering from failed DDR5 training, but somehow it doesn't do that now. So somehow maybe it doesn't like the voltage there. If you wonder how people burn their board live on YouTube, that is probably how. 2B00 strange. Usually the longest is 15. Somehow it's really not happy live on. It doesn't even get to 15. Oh, shit. I think you quickly change your timing slightly and all you get, yeah, modern overclocking. Anyway, I probably need an environment reset, which is not ideal. So this is of course also the real shit now. Also, yeah, like why does this not recover better, right? Recently it did. Usually when this DDR5 training failed, on a second power on, it usually went to this didn't post enter BIOS or not screen. But of course, no, it doesn't. Maybe. I mean 0.015 dynamic voltage offset for SOC V-core shouldn't be that much, but nah. Anyway, that is a fail, as usual life on this channel, but at least not as much of a fail as Meta's Reality Labs. So yeah, I have an VRAM reset to do. As always, leave in the comments below what further comments you have. And welcome to stuff of struggling sysadmin. Yeah, although the sysadmins usually don't overclock their 64 gigabyte kit, right? Yeah, pro tip, if you want stability, run this stuff at advertised clocks and stuff. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And see you soon for more fun stuff to come. But yeah, the unluck is now, what I also really hate with this VRAM reset. It would be, actually, maybe I should actually read the freaking manual if it has some other recover button. Because the problem is I have some saved in VRAM profiles, but not the latest one, right? So now the last edits of my overvolting stuff are then gone. That is off. I really recall previous video, this BIOS programming is really low quality engineering. This could be so much better in every step of this. But if you if it's so disconnected overseas, they just do what they're doing, they don't have the most talented people and so on, then yeah. It's not a Sun Microsystems or SGI quality system, but at least it's cheaper. See you next time.